Hi, this is Noma Dimitri from a deep alpine valley. These deep valleys are created by rivers that go through the mountains and dig a gorge through the particular mountain range. This gorge can be quite deep, which has consequences in the amount of daylight and amount of sunlight that you get on the bed of the gorge, on the bottom of the gorge. So if you will, these places actually have kind of two sunrises every day. They have the natural sunrise when the sun rises above the horizon, which inside the gorge is not visible. So therefore you have light in the sky, but you don't have a visible sun. And you don't have what we know as direct sunlight. So that's your first sunrise that you have, and you have it normally in the winter at 7 or 8 or 7:30 or sometime like that, like everywhere else. And then you have the second sunrise, which is when the sun actually clears the mountains of the gorge. So here we have this gorge that is deep and goes on and on and on and on and on all around us. And there is a point where the sun will peek through this particular gorge that's keeping us in the shade right now, and we will actually have the second sunrise of the day, which is when the sunlight all of a sudden will hit us directly from over there. And it's happening right now, and it's moving at quite a speed towards me, and you're gonna see all of a sudden, already you're seeing the light is changing, and we're gonna see how all of a sudden the light will change completely and will be very suddenly bathed in sunlight. This particular second sunrise is especially spectacular because the sun is already quite high up on the sky. So when it does come, we get the full blast of a full, albeit winter, sun. So here it's coming. Here you can just see it over there, beginning to peak of course the smartphone camera is not good enough to show us, but it's beginning to peak right over here, and it's about 11:30 in this particular gorge. Every gorge is configured differently. It has different height of mountains, different angles of sunlight, but in this particular one, at about 11:30 in the morning, in mid-November, the sun finally clears the mountain, as you can see it right over here, and we have our second sunlight, and then everyone is happy. The grass, which is kind of dewy, begins to dry out, and everyone is happy to pop out of their houses. There we are, to pop out of their houses and enjoy the day. And believe me, these days in this, here we are, it's coming out right now. And believe me, these days in these alpine valleys, when it still is good and we're waiting for the first snows and the first kind of frost in the morning, are spectacular. Blue and clean and crispy and just delicious. So here we are, we're having the first sunlight and it's becoming blinding. It's right behind me, and you can see how the whole landscape suddenly and the other mountains are getting illuminated, and so am I. Have a wonderful day from deep in an alpine gorge. Noma Dimitri.